Dr. Siegel, thanks so much for jumping on with me. Why don't you tell, I guess, anyone watching here a little bit about yourself and your company and what you guys do?
Sure thing. Well, I'm a doctor, cardiologist, and I was practicing medicine for years. I came across a specific problem when prescriptions became electronic. I got excited when electronic prescriptions came out. I like it when things go digital, right? It used to be you had to go to Blockbuster, then someone digitized videos, and then you got to have streaming video at home instead. I thought, this is great. Prescriptions are going from a piece of paper to something electronic. This will be an improvement. And it turned out that I just got surprised that what it created was a big downgrade in the system, much worse experience for patients. Instead of making a patient-friendly electronic prescription, what we got instead was the system where prescriptions went directly from the doctor's office to the locked private database of the pharmacy you choose at the doctor's office. So now the pharmacy owns your prescription. And you know what they did when you couldn't shop around anymore? They raised prices.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I thought, let's give control of this thing back to the patient while creating all the digital tools to go with the prescription that I ever wanted or could dream of. Put it all in an app, and here we are.
And the name of your company is?
Milo Health.
Milo Health. There we go. So I just want to go over a little bit. This is kind of, testimonial video, right? Which you agreed to do, which I appreciate. So I'm going to ask some questions, just kind of like where you were a little bit before, you found us. So like what problem were you struggling with before you heard of us, before we approached you or vice versa?
Yeah, the problem we were struggling with is that doctors didn't know about us. And it's difficult to reach doctors. You're not going to get them on a television commercial. You're not going to get them on a Google search ad. But one great way to find them is LinkedIn. Most doctors are on LinkedIn, at least a little bit. And you have great proactive tools for getting us out in front of the audience, this audience that we care about so much. And you did. You got me way more conversations with doctors than I dreamed possible. I was able to learn a tremendous amount from them, and several of them are using our product, are telling patients about it, and a few even invested in us in a crowdfunding round that we did.
See, that makes me really happy because I've always been a big like B2B SaaS proponent and whatnot. And I love, especially when it comes to healthcare, because America, our healthcare system is not perfect, obviously. So anything that we can do to make that better and easier on the customers and whatnot is always better. So tell me, what was your onboarding process like? So remember when you first signed with us, and we haven't launched anything yet. We just have to get everything going. What can you describe a little bit of just what was that process like to get you launched, like working with us?
Sure. Your team was incredibly supportive through all of this. Made it easy for me to put myself forward in a way that I felt was my authentic, true self, which actually involved you having professional writers speaking with me and getting to a point that my rough idea of what I was trying to do was getting presented really professionally and thoughtfully by your team. Of course, you were also gathering some straightforward details to be able to handle the logistics of a sophisticated, widespread LinkedIn campaign.
That's awesome. I take pride in that. I appreciate that. Those are great words. We try to work fast, but not with but not cutting corners, right? We only hire experts, as you know. I mean, you didn't talk to any junior associates or interns or college grads. Nothing against them, It's just we like to have a higher level. So two more questions. One is so you touched on it a little bit earlier. What were your overall results? You don't have to give certain stats, but just generally speaking, what were your results? Did they meet your expectations, exceed it? Was it what you thought? Just how did it all turn out, just generally?
Sure. It exceeded my expectations. It got me a chance to get in front of a huge number of doctors, explain what we do in an automatic way to tens of thousands of them. And some of them wanted to actually chat with me to learn more than just the packaged message that we had created for them. And that ended up yielding many conversations where I was able to explain us to doctors, and also doctors gave us really valuable feedback that we used to modify our product.
That's awesome.
It
So happy
spent
to hear
even
that.
more time if I had been even more proactive. It really created um, a wellspring of conversational opportunities with the people I wanted to be speaking with.
Wonderful. And last question is just, obviously there's prospects that we have that are looking at multiple agencies. I guess what advice would you give to, and maybe not just about us, but just in general, what advice would you give to anyone looking at multiple agencies and how they should decide which one they go with, irrespective of us and you, but just generally speaking?
Oh, I'm such an amateur at that. I don't have a good, thoughtful answer for that question.
Maybe it's just more by gut, right? You interview them and just kind of see who matches your style a little more. So, and I'm glad that we matched yours, and it was awesome working with you. Thanks so much for just answering a few of my questions here. This is helpful for other people who are trying to figure out, who they want to hire, and everyone should have multiple options. But I'm so glad that you are a client of ours, and I wish you the best of success with Milo Health. I love what you're doing in the industry, and congrats on that. And I wish you well in the future.
Thank you. Right back at you, JC. It was awesome working with you, and just so happy for what you were able to do for our business.
Thank you, Dr. Siegel.